I did not know what I was getting myself into when I watched the film The Dancing Hawk. The Dancing Hawk is a 1977 Polish film about a farmer who, after post-war War II, moves to the big city and goes to school and become a big bureaucrat in the Communist Party that was on the rise in Poland. It's a story of how a man can go far away from home and lose his soul with success, money, women, power, you name it. But is that really what this film is about? It is, but I guarantee it's not the number one thing you will take away once you see it. See, the plot of this film is very thin, and I think it's very thin by design because of how complicated and, what's a good word, assaulted you are going to feel by the visuals and by the sound and by the editing. That is the number one word I felt after watching The Dancing Hawk. Assaulted. The visuals are like nothing you've ever seen before. Unless you're into and you watch a lot of avant-garde cinema. I'm not just talking, art house, right? Because Akira Kurosawa is considered art house. No, I'm talking about avant-garde. I'm talking about early Eraserhead David Lynch type of stuff. That's the most avant-garde I've watched is David Lynch work, and we give a lot of leeway with Mr. David Lynch, rest in peace, legend, because he is David Lynch, right? We give a lot of leeway, but with a film like this, with Dancing Hawk, with a filmmaker that, quite frankly, I will not try to announce. He does have another film in the Radiance collection through and through, so look into that. But this film assaults you on all your senses, visual senses. The camera work is, you're either right in people's faces or it's this handheld, shaky cam that the camera is based, it feels like a character in the film. It feels like a person in the film is recording what's going on, almost like a one of those horror movies. I forget what it's called right now. The Blair Witch type stuff. And because you see the footsteps of the person, you see the camera movement, and sometimes you have like this wide lens on the person's face, distorting the people. And let me talk about the acting real quick. The acting is just phenomenal and bonkers, and a bunch of characters are in it, a bunch of interesting faces are in it. There's this one scene where a woman is dying and her face just wrinkles. Like it's just like it like does this, and like you just see all the wrinkles. It's creepy as heck, but awesome at the same time. But assault. I want you to keep thinking of that, because again, the narrative is straightforward. It says here on the box, and if you watch the special features of Radiance, that this film is inspired by Citizen Kane. It's a rise and fall story, like Citizen Kane. But Citizen Kane is like this film that's a master of the filmmaking form. The Dancing Hawk kind of rejects all form. Almost all form. All traditional storytelling. It changes times like this. You just gotta keep going, right? It doesn't tell you anything. The only thing it tells you is that the guy is born on, I think, October 1st or something, and he's gonna die when he's 60. So you're gonna watch the whole guy, the main character. His name is Michelle. I can't pronounce the last name, and you're gonna watch his whole life, and it's basically a Flash, right? You can maybe even say it's the Flash, right? At the end of the movie, spoiler, he dies, but so maybe the whole film is just him reliving his life. And that kind of makes sense, because part of that avant-gardeness is sometimes the film, the actors, the characters will redo like scenes like over and over again. Redo scenes over and over again. Redo scenes over and over again. You get my point? And it's not like that where I'm like trying to say it the same. They're yelling some takes, they're crying some takes. It's just like different takes, and the camera kept going and going and going, and it could have gone on forever. They just had to cut it. Again, it's a film that you really will only enjoy if you just sit there and live with the film. You have to live with it. It is not, say like Citizen Kane, which nowadays is kind of, not as impressive, right? Because everything has copied it. But you can watch Citizen Kane. There's a beginning, middle, end. Yeah, it does time, take place, cut flashbacks and go back to the present. But really, it's a straightforward narrative with beautiful cinematography. It's basically the definition of cinema. And like I said, the dancing hawk rejects form. It rejects it. It spits in form's face. If you think you know what composition is, and this film is like, what's composition? And there's some beautiful compositions, don't get me wrong, but 90% of the time, you are the camera. It's almost like a first person. And it kind of shows you that with one of the first shots of the film, where the camera is like literally upside down. You see someone, Michelle's father, walking, and then someone picks up the camera, turns it over, and now it's, face, normal. That's the type of stuff in the whole film. A beautiful shot where it's on a guy's arm, and it's like this. It's almost like this type of shot, and like the arm is in the foreground, and it gets chopped off, and like the arm falls. It's not gonna be normal cinema. This review is schizophrenic because the film is schizophrenic. You can't really talk about anything but the form of the film. Now, I'm not Polish or too much into politics, so the post-war communist rising in Poland doesn't really, I'm not really there, right? I just don't know that information. But however, you can understand it, right? This guy Michel is selling his soul, and not only his soul, he is selling out his hometown soul. He is innovating and going into the industrial world, and he's like, I will make my land into this land. I will force it to become the cities I now live in, and I will bring work, and we will not be poor anymore. He says it's good natured, right? But is it his good nature, or is it to push him forward? Is it his agenda to be pushed forward? I don't know. It's very interesting. It's about a man who sacrifices everything to become what he thinks is great. It's up to you to decide, right? I'm not going to make that decision for you. You got to decide. You got to watch The Dancing Hawk, which again is a beautiful looking film. Some gorgeous cinematography. If you look up clips before you purchase the film, I would look it up. It's a beautiful looking film. And this film was provided to me by the Radiance Films USA. And thank you, Radiance. I appreciate your films. And this is a film that's not really my bag, but I am not mad to watch it, right? There's films that I don't like, and you're mad, like, I wasted time. this film, The Dancing Hawk, is not a waste of time. You will learn something about yourself, about cinema while watching it. You totally will. You will not be the same person after watching it, for better or for worse, right? I'm not saying you're going to like it, but it's going to be an experience, and it's going to be something different. If you're not really into, say, avant-garde cinema, this is probably a good place to start. It's probably a good place to start, because in mainstream America, like besides, like I said, the legend David Lynch, is there really mainstream avant-garde film? Again, you know, we call people like Akira Kurosawa is considered art film, and it is totally art film, art house, right? Ingmar Bergman, art house, but their stuff is nothing like this. This is art house avant-garde, right? Experimental to the max. And again, it's gorgeous. It has some powerful imagery, and the sounds, like it assaults your ears with editing. Sometimes you can even hear the camera, like the film camera in it, like rolling, right? I think you can. It was something, or like you can hear like the sound of metal, or like when an ice pick, it's like attacking your ears. This film, again, it's just an assault. And if you want to feel something, you know, this is a film should make you feel something. The Dancing Hawk definitely makes you feel something. Now, you may not get it. You may not like it. You may love it. But it's going to make you feel something. And if film can't make you feel something, so what's the point? What's the point? If you're used to watching the blockbusters, films, you know, Fast and the Furious and the Marvel films, maybe give this a shot, right? It's Polish, right? There's a lot of great Polish films you can watch afterwards. A lot of film in the Radiance collection to watch, Criterion's, right? The Three Colors, right? Or Decalogue. Check those films out afterwards, or maybe check those out first and then go to this, right? Get used to the language. Learn to love the language, and then check out something experimental and crazy and avant-garde as The Dancing Hawk. Hey guys, Jack from the future here. I forgot to say this. As you can see, I got a different lighting setup. The transfer for The Dancing Hawk is beautiful. It has a 4K transfer, and it looks like a 4K disc. I'm telling you guys, it is a beautiful looking film. It's a breathtaking film. It looks so good that you can probably watch the film with the sound off, right? That's how good the film looks. So the folks at Radiance Films, the people who restored The Dancing Hawk, 2 thumbs up. You did a fantastic job. It may be the best Radiance restoration I have ever seen. I've seen quite a few Radiance film now, and they you know, they're Blu-rays, and sometimes the Yakihama BJ Blue is only a 1080p transfer. This is a 4K transfer, and it's beautiful. Like it's breathtaking, and it's almost worth the price of admissions alone. So yeah, good job Radiance on the restoration. Now, I'm sorry, I've probably been rambling for, I don't know how long I've been doing this for, but I know I've been rambling, but I'm a rambling guy. I like this film. I like The Dancing Hawk. I don't regret watching it. I suggest you watch it yourself. I suggest you make your own opinion about it, because it's really not a film you can tell someone, hey, watch it. No, it's going to be a person-by-person basis. This film is nuts, and you may love it, you may hate it. I guess you could say that about any film, but like this is not like a genre piece. Like a genre film, you can be like, I don't like that type of genre. I'm not going to watch it. But this, you know, it's almost like a horror film at times. It's crazy. It's a crazy, crazy film. But thank you, Radiance USA, for supplying me with the film. And again, check out Radiance. I love those guys. Yakihama BJ Blues, I got a review on that. The Ogres of Athens, the Illustrious Corpses, Blood of Revenge, all great films by Radiance, and you can check reviews by them on my channel. But with that being said, I am Jack from Manelli Studio Entertainment. As you can see, I'm losing light, guys. I'm a natural light guy, and I'm losing it. And I'll get closer to the camera so maybe you can see me. But I'm Jack from Manelli Studios Entertainment. I do film reviews. I've done some comic book stuff. I'm working on some anime stuff. And I do a lot of physical media stuff like this, right? If you check out The Dancing Hawk, comment down below and tell me your thoughts about it. Is it the weirdest film you've ever seen? What's the weirdest film you've ever seen? I want to know. Comment down below. What's the weirdest film you've ever seen? This is probably, I don't know, top 5 weirdest films I've ever seen. Maybe I need to branch out. Tell me some more. But again, as I'm losing light. I got to get going, guys. Again, I'm Jack from Manelli Studio Entertainment saying, challenge yourself and watch different films.